Okay, so that was a little bit of an introduction to who he is as a person, which for me is a key thing, because the goals that he has and had are the same as we all have, which is doing things to create unity in the world and that. But the way he was, his personality, his person, his capacity to include us, from although it's saying include everyone and act on it. It's one thing to think it and to talk about it, but he was actively doing things. Like she mentioned also, for the last 50 years of his life, he worked for that, and starting in 1967, he had some gatherings at his home where a couple thousand people would gather. And all that for bringing cultures together. So I started, before the documentary, I started talking about one of the important things was about this prophecy that they had 500 years ago, and which was carried on over the years through what they call a wampun belt, which is a belt made of seashells, and tells the message. And the prophecy said that the white men would come. That was before the white men came, and it said that they would come soon, and they would either have one of two possibilities. They would either wear the face of friendship, which would be great, or they would wear the face of death, which would create a lot of suffering. So, and it said that both faces looked very much alike. So we know what happened after that. But the prophecy said that after 500 years, the native people would be almost extinguished. There would be very few left. And the elders would be, most or much of the elders would be asleep, would not know how to guide their people. And it also talked about the arrival of the new people, which is not, it's not one of the races that we know. So I find that interesting in terms of Shogunito and Mother's teachings and message. And so it said that after 500 years, the natives would rise again, and there would be the possibility of lighting the 8th fire. That's the 7 fires prophecy, and the 7 fires are along the 500 years. And so Grandfather was saying that now the 500 years is up, and the natives are waking up, and the time is appropriate, has come to have this possibility of lighting the 8th fire, which is the fire, of course, of reconciliation, and that this bringing together of different cultures would, if we go the right way, create what he would call a mighty nation, which would be, of course, not necessarily mighty in the sense of superior to others, but a great nation of diversity and unity in that diversity. So we had this project called Asinakba, which is a small island in front of Canada's national capital, Ottawa. And he worked for, I think, 30 or 40 years to get this Aboriginal center built on this island, which for me has the same goal as Auroville. So it was about healing relationships among natives, because they're still, of course, suffering a lot, and healing relationships with all others. And there would be cross-cultural interaction. So this project is still, it's right now it's in the courts, because promoters are trying to build condos on these 2-3 small islands. But there's this famous native artist